Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, back with another episode in which, man, the Los Angeles Lakers have just lost their fourth game in a row after a 127 and 113 complete setback to the Memphis Grizzlies at home Friday night in downtown Los Angeles. Man, that's a fourth in a row. Lost 10 of their last 13 games since the in-season tournament. And it is a absolute tough stretch for everyone involved with the Los Angeles Lakers right now. So there's, as I've been saying for weeks, and as I will continue to say as it leads up to January 15th or February 8th or this summer, this roster is flawed. And it sucks because we thought we fixed that problem. And like I said, I'm gonna hear a bunch of Darvin Ham things, and I get it. I understand his role in this. We didn't lose this game because of Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham didn't cause LeBron James to miss 4 straight free throws. Darvin Ham did not cause all those turnovers on the floor. Darvin Ham did not allow the Memphis Grizzlies to shoot all of those threes while guys were just not getting hands in their faces when they could until it was too late. So it's like Darvin's got his own share of blame. He's got his own share of issues. He's got his own share of problems. But tonight, this was on the players, because the players that when they came out with energy, when they were playing with energy, they were up 8, 9 points. They had control of the game. As soon as they let their guard down, you could kind of see Memphis was making a push towards the end of that first half. And that's what I was saying. I was like, man, I hope they got 2.5 quarters of game left in them, because the way they started that first quarter and a half, they look great. But I don't trust this team's energy. I just don't trust it. So teams just start hitting these threes and it demoralizes you. So the Lakers are third worst in the league at most 3 points made per game. And it is evident again tonight, in which the Lakers did not shoot bad tonight from three, but Memphis shot 51% from three. They shot 23 for 45. They took 45 threes. They made 23 of them. The Lakers at one point were shooting 43% like late in the game, and it slipped down with hero ball there. Got down to 35%. They shot 10 for 28. Typically, the Lakers, I don't like them to shoot north of 25. But when you got a team taking 45 and making 23 of them, and we don't have the artillery to counter that, that is a roster problem. The Memphis Grizzlies also had 17 turnovers. That's great from a defensive perspective. The Lakers had 13, which is considered right at the parameter of taking care of the basketball. But it doesn't matter, because when you have those many threes, it's just devastating. It's just devastating. And it's just, you give up that many 3-point looks and makes. You're not making your free throws. And a game in which LeBron and AD both had 30 each, right? So LeBron with 32. He shot 11 of 24, 4 of 9 for 3, 9 3-point attempts for LeBron. That's a little steep there. Anthony Davis with 31 points on 13 for 22. And then you had some balance here. You had Taurean Prince with 10, but he shot 3 for 9 and 3 of 7 from 3. Austin Reeves have 19, 8 of 14. And Christian Wood had 11. I thought Christian Wood had a pretty good game today. He had a bad stretch there in the game. And like I said, LeBron and AD was getting all the love in the first half, but it was Wood and Vando came in and changed the energy and kind of created separation from Memphis. I know Vando's on still a little bit of a restriction. I would have loved for Darvin to try to finish that half with them, being that they were on the floor that gained that separation, but it didn't happen. And Christian Wood got some minutes in the second half, but he just he wasn't as impactful as the first half. And like I said, he had a bad stretch, turned the ball over, got an inbound play that was all crossed up, got burned on a 3-point shot. And then before you know it, it just collapses after that. And it's just definitely frustrating. Tons of blame to go around tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is top to bottom. Top to bottom. I still don't believe that they're going to fire Coach Ham. That's not me voting to keep him or voting to fire him. I just don't believe they're going to fire him. I don't believe the team thinks they're going to fire him. And it's for everyone to form their own opinion whether that's wise or not. But the roster, no matter what, needs to be changed. They need to get this right. They cannot. Not only can they not make threes, but they can't guard threes. In a league that is 3-point driven, if you can't shoot them or make it difficult for the opposition to shoot them, then you're going to have games like this. So when you struggle with offensive rebounds, you struggle with threes, you struggle with energy. This roster is troublesome, and that's number one fix right there. So hey, I got my brother Low in the house with a super chat here, man. Shout out to my brother Low. I haven't got to the chat yet, guys. I was gonna do a little, not a rant, but a little just monologue here of everything going wrong that I'm gonna get to, as I usually do. I'll get to all your guys' questions. So just stick with me here. Questions, comments, concerns, whatever you got, I'll get to all of them here. But again, shout out to my brother Low, man. Appreciate you, my brother. We just lose, and everybody legit becoming one of the worst teams in the league. This is disgusting. Really out here making the Grizzlies look like contenders. What they did to us in the fourth, in our arena, awful. Facts. And I'm not gonna lie. I shout out to my man Dan, the Laker fan. He was doing the live play-by-play. Great job. I had the volume down on the TV. I was listening to him do play-by-play. He does a great job. Make sure to check that out when he's doing it. That guy was on a super marathon today, and he's gonna be doing his post game too. But I'm watching that game, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had zero confidence the Lakers were gonna win this game. I had zero confidence. There is something I do want to talk about that happened in this game that actually did piss me off, and I don't get pissed off at these games often. Like, legitimately pissed me off. And as a as a former coach, and as someone, like, your number one rule, the number one objective when you're coaching outside of the normal parameters of coaching is you don't touch another team's players, and you do not impede play. You do not run on to the basketball court when the game is in play. You run right in front of Taurean Prince. I can't sit here and bet like $1,000 that they physically touched, but it looks like they kind of bumped a little bit. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I saw it real quick. I saw the replays. I was looking at the Braun side. You cannot enter the court when the game is in play because you thought your guy, who had already just hit Braun in the face and has got his arm locked while on the floor, tries to get him off of him. And you're going to sit here and throw the tantrum like your team was just the victim and you entered the court. You can't do that. Never. And I get it. He was caught up in the heat of the moment. And I never. I can't think of any time when you guys ever hear me go on rants about officiating. Even I've had to say that are blatantly, like the Boston game, right? We had one recently, another one, the 3-point shot, but with Braun. Like those are extreme. I'll speak on that, but I don't do a whole stream throwing a tantrum on it. But I could spend an entire stream doing a tantrum on the refs not booting him out the game for what he did, because that is unacceptable. The man cannot enter the court when the game is in play, and you cannot come in contact with another team's player. That's just bullshit, flat out bullshit. But outside of that, let me go ahead and take hold on. I think we got one more super chat in the building here. Appreciate you, my guy, Reg Dog. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. He said, Jeff, you better than me, man. F this team. Hey, look, I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed. But I got a job to do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna cover it. And like I said, I'm a Laker fan. I bleed purple and gold. But there's gonna be enough people throwing tantrums today. I don't need to jump on that wave. I'm gonna try to bring some context to this. I'm gonna do the best I can. Appreciate this super chat from my brother Low and my brother Reg Dog TV. Make sure to go check out both of their channels, Reg Dog TV and my brother Low, man. Appreciate the hell out of both y'all, man. Now let's get to it, man. Joe Ingles, what's going on, man? You got to fire. Thanks for pulling up. You got to fire the head coach. I see he put Vanderbilt and Cam together with no difference out there. You mean Cam Deadish? Cam Deadish, man, that boy is dead out there. Get him out of there, man. I don't understand. There's one thing that drives me nuts about Darvin Ham is that the Cam, my man Lowe said this early in the season, and immediately when I said it, I was like, oh shit, he's probably right. And it's been proven right by the day, by the hour, by the minute, by every second of the game. And that is, I think that Darvin is dead set on being the guy that resurrects Cam Reddish. Like that's his like case study, his protege or something. It's absurd. Like, what are you doing, Darvin? So that was not my original opinion. That was my man Low. But as soon as he said it, I felt it. I was like, oh shit. Oh man. And yeah, that's what it seems to be. There's no reason for Cam Reddish to let alone be starting, but be in a game like at all. Max Christie should be getting all of his minutes, and you need to try something different at this point when it comes to him. I get it, Braun, AD, Reeves, Rui, Wood, Vando, like these guys, like your core guys. Cam Reddish, Max Christie deserves more minutes. Max Christie made mistakes tonight, but he's got to be able to play through those. Because I trust him out there more than I do Cam, and I trust his Cam. Cam has no potential, yo. Those days are gone. Potential was when he was at Duke. He's been in the league years now. Years. He is who he is, just like we are who we are right now as a basketball team. And like I said, you guys can line up Darvin all you want. You guys can line him up, throw stuff at him, scream fire Darvin. But these basketball players out there tonight, these guys wearing purple for the Los Angeles Lakers, if you don't hold them to the same standard, then you're just chasing a narrative at this point. You're just copying everyone else's flow. Because watching the game tonight, it's clear as day that not only does Darvin have a problem, but these players have a problem. And that's just clear as day. Clear as day. His rotations are weird. Trust me. Well, this we know. This we know. Rage Dog. James Caldwell, what's going on, my brother? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Big Baby Sports says, we suck. We suck right now. We definitely suck right now. We're not making the playoffs with this roster. Well, here's the thing. We're not gonna go far in the playoffs with this roster. Do I think this roster could still make the playoffs? Yes. But I don't think they can go far. Not at all. Eric Kwan, what's up, my guy? Running out of words of what kind of BS I am watching. I got the words. It's bad basketball. It's bad basketball. It's bad attention to detail. It's bad execution. It's bad defense. It's bad offense. It's bad focus. It's bad team play. It's bad coaching. It's a bad roster. It's a bad experience. It's a bad game of basketball to watch, which all leads to a bad team. So those are the words right there. But like I said, these players, just the plays that they make, they leave their feet to pass without even knowing where the other guy is. Like they're overshading, looking at guys on Anthony Davis's side and leaving 3-point shooters open. Like they're not going to the rim when Triple J is out of the game and then try to attack when he's in there. Like Marcus, Larry Bird, Smart had like 7 or 8 3-pointers tonight. Triple J had like 5 or 6. Like let me load the stats here, but it's like that is ridiculous. My guys and my ladies, that is ridiculous. So let's see the 3 points here. So Marcus Smart, bro. Like that is nuts. Where is the Marcus Smart made 8 3-pointers tonight. Jaren Jackson made 5. John Morant made 3. LeBron James made 4 in like the first quarter, and then probably bricked all of them after that. Cam Reddish did make 2. Taurean Prince did make 3. Christian Wood did make 1. And that's it. That's all she wrote for the Lakers and the 3-point journey of the night. Craig, what's going on? Reddish 6 points, Prince 10. Don't guard the 3. Yep. It's teams come in and you can see. To be honest with you, I'm a little surprised that Memphis didn't throw the just nonstop zone at the Lakers till they adjusted after Miami did that. But it just shows that teams come in and they're like, just give 100% effort, run, get to an open corner, an open wing, let it fly, fire away. Trust the percentages because you're going to make them. Because the amount of times that they'll get there at the last minute and get a hand up, but it's not denying you the spot on the floor you want to be. It's not making you put the ball on the floor and maybe go left when you want to go right. It's not making you take your eyes off the rim for a second. It's a clean catch. It's a clean fire with a closeout, but you're already in rhythm, and these are NBA players. They should make that shot, which is why they should be covered when they're taking that shot. And that's where the frustration comes in. Roy, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. How long are we going to wait till we make a coaching change? At this point of no return? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't. You know what? Here's the thing. Like I keep saying I don't think they're going to fire him, but in my heart of hearts, it's because I don't think. I keep thinking they're going to win one of these games, right? So if they lose like all 5 in this homestand, they lose these. Here's the thing. If they lose by 50 to the Clippers, if they lose by 40 to the Clippers, they just get blown out by the Clippers. That's going to be an interesting day, an interesting night, and an interesting morning. I will say that. Outside of that, Darvin sat up there pregame pretty much speaking on how much Rob and Jeannie are on the same like vibe with him, believe in him still. And how he said he's solid. So we will see. I don't know. I've been saying I don't believe he will get fired. I'm still saying that because I believe they're still going to win some games in his homestand. But if they get destroyed by the Clippers, the Laker Nation is not going to be happy. It's going to be as bad as it's been in a while. So that game is very, very curious. The Clippers are playing like one of the best teams in the league right now, if not the best team in the league right now. And the Lakers are playing like one of the worst teams in the league right now, if not the worst team in the league right now. These two teams are polar opposites coming in as far as where they are as teams right now. This is this is oil and water. You know what I mean? Like this is going to be interesting. And that could lead to something dangerous for Darvin Ham. But even with that being said, I said could lead to. I just don't think the Lakers want to pay him to go away. I don't think they have a reliable replacement. I've heard all the names. Maybe if it's just about getting him out of the room, the Lakers are not in business of paying a guy 2.5 years to be out of the room. That's just not how they operate without a realistic replacement during a year when you have LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Like this isn't a year when, you had Mike Brown and you weren't going anywhere. This isn't, that's not that. This is a year they believe that they can make roster changes and make a championship run. They still believe that, you know what I mean? So they're not going to boot their coach, not have a legitimate replacement and have roster changes if they're still feeling that that's the case. So there's a lot of things that are leading up to why they haven't fired him and why I keep saying they won't fire him. But if they, like I said, if they get absolutely destroyed by the Clippers and they lose this homestand, man, that's not going to be pretty. I thought Braun was hot. Took like he fell off a cliff. Yeah, but I was saying that like when Braun shoots threes, I get scared because when he makes them, then he just keeps taking them. And like I said, he shot 4 for 9, which wasn't bad, but he missed 5. He made 4 straight, and then he missed his last 5. So you kind of enter trouble when that happens. Hey, what's going on? MD, thank you for pulling up. What's up with you? Thank you once again for being a member. I appreciate you. And for those who haven't, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get notified when we go live in games and nights like tonight. Also going to become a member. We have 3 different levels of membership. So go ahead and join the team over here at Empire Jeff TV. Going to have some members-only videos coming soon and some giveaways and some live play-by-play stuff in the member section. So go ahead and become a member over at Empire Jeff TV. And MD, greatly appreciate the support, man. Thank you. Kevin said, can't wait for this, man, Kevin. I don't enjoy doing videos like this, man. I don't enjoy like sitting here and talking after losses, but it's all part of the grind. And I know there's a lot of people upset. I know there's a lot of people deeply upset, angry. There's a lot of voices being spoken tonight. And yeah, I'm gonna try to take the calm approach. It's easy to get to go off the hinges here. I'm pissed, believe me. But there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about it. And until these players start caring about it as much as we do and making the effort, they got to dig themselves out of this, guys. They have to. Like Kareem said, clean house. Yeah, Kareem's a wise man. Like they might have to if they brick this here again. And this is the kind of if this goes down in flames like this, then it's going to be someone's gonna have to pay for that. People are gonna have to pay for that. Like it is, it's not going to be pretty. So like I hear that. We need to make a trade. We're gonna make a trade, baby. We're gonna. Hey, Miss Angie B, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. And yes, shaking my head as well, man. Pedro, fire him right now. Thank you for pulling up, man. But they're not firing him right now, man. Let's see. Dante, what's going on? Bad. I'm going to be in and out of this. I'm rolling up that Lakers pack right now. We smoked at this point. Hey, I get it. Like I said, I've been through the good. I've been through the bad. I've been through the ugly. Last year, I kept telling everyone when we were the 13th seed most of the season, I still told them, I don't fear no one. I could still get us to the conference finals. I could still see us getting there. I believe that. And we got there. So I'm sticking with the level of I'm not giving up on this team. I'm giving up at the team as it's currently constructed for sure. But I'm not giving up on the team itself. So that's why I'm not going to sit up here and go crazy because I know help is on the way. It's a timing thing. Nothing can be done. We still have 10 more days before anything is legally possible. Doesn't mean it's going to happen that day, but that's when we're in that window. So right now, and I know it's the Now the whole narrative across the world is Miles Leonard is going to come save us on a 10-day contract. I must have got tagged in over 50 tweets in that today, DMs, all about Miles Leonard. Miles Leonard's a cool dude. He's a solid player. But he's no savior, y'all. He's no savior. I'm so proud of my guys tonight. What do you mean? What guys? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I know you're not proud of the Lakers tonight, big baby. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. He said LOL. Oh, man. Hire Dudley. Well, like I said, I don't know, Pedro, if we're in a position where we want another rookie head coach. I don't. It didn't work with Walton. It's not working with Ham. I don't know if that's what we want. The Lakers need to overpay for a solidified head basketball coach, even if he has a job. Go get him, recruit him, get him to leave. Give up. Maybe we should stop giving away draft picks for players who we let walk and trade away. And maybe we make a trade with a pick for a solidified and legitimate head coach who could help change our culture and be part of our future for the next 5 to 10 years. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do that instead of trading another first-round pick for the next Laker team, for the 2025 to the 2030 Lakers. Let's stop taking away their war chest to save this lazy-ass team. And if you do, make sure it's something or someone that's going to be here when that team is playing. So if you can go and acquire a high-quality head coach, then go do that. Spend the money, give up assets. As far as the free agent coaching pool right now, there is nobody. Terry Slots ain't saving us. Nate McMillan ain't saving us. You guys are quoting names that are employed like that's going to happen right now. Like, guys, like Quinn Snyder has a job in Atlanta. So many people are talking about Quinn Snyder. He has a job. You know what I mean? He just got to Atlanta last year. It's not happening. So we need to be realistic here. There's not a coach on the Lakers bench that is going to save this season. There is no free agent head coach that is going to save this season. So if you guys just want Darvin gone, okay, I get that. But if you think Darvin gone is going to lead to change without roster improvement, then we got you a bridge in Brooklyn for you. We could sell you, man. He said 4-pack. Pedro said, and Sunday, that's an L. Sunday's going to be brutal, man. Going to be brutal. Michael, what's going on, man? Forget a trade. Ain't nothing fixing this. We said that last year. Micah. You know what I mean? The Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah, they losing right now. We want to get blown out on Sunday. And, man, if we got to hear about that all week and Sunday from the Clipper folks, then it is what it is. You know, I mean, I don't when our team is down and out, they're down and out. I ride for the team when we're at the top. I ride for the team when we're at the bottom. It just is what it is, man. I'm a Laker fan, but I'm also a basketball guy. And I want to cover this league, and covering losses is part of covering the league, man. Chris is angry. What's up, my brother, graphic guy? Chris, appreciate you, bro. So you're blaming LeBron right now? No, of course I'm not blaming LeBron. Where did you get that I'm blaming LeBron? What I'm saying is, are we going to blame Darvin Ham because Braun missed 4 free throws in a row? Is what I said. I'm not blaming LeBron. That's crazy. You guys hear what you want to hear. What's up, Jamar? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. We lost this game because of the players. Hey, Lakers all day. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. And that's facts. And like I said, we've lost plenty of games because of Darvin's mishaps. That's a fact. We already know that. Just welcome to my side of the table and welcome to my side of the argument of what my guy Lakers all day just said, that we did lose this game today because of the players. Tonight was not on Ham. I mean, our record into the season so far, I'm okay with you guys putting that on him. But as far as tonight's game, if there's a bunch of Darvin Ham rants tonight, then I don't know. I just don't know. Let's see here. That kid Jay, what's going on? Appreciate the pull up, man. This team not good. Yeah, they're not good right now. Absolute facts. They're not good right now. This team stinks. They do. They stank right now. Facts. They lost on both sides. Facts. That's what I've been saying. They've been losing on both sides. I'm going to speed up a little rapid fire here, guys, try to catch up with some of these comments. Careless plays that swung momentum. Absolutely. Like I said, players leaving their feet to pass, players not closing out, all those turnovers. The Lakers didn't have a ton of turnovers tonight, but they were all at the worst time, and they all led to Memphis points. So it's not volume, it's moments, it's situation. And the Lakers are terrible in situations, man. Ham get hold accountable just like the players. Players should be held accountable just like they're trying to do to Ham, is my point. LeBron carried his team in the first half. Don't expect LeBron to carry his team in 48 minutes. You need some guys to contribute consistently. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is, I'm not blaming LeBron. You took what I said out of context. What I said is people are going to blame Darvin Ham for LeBron missing 4 free throws in a row and Anthony Davis throwing the ball away like he's on the floor doing it. I'm not taking away that those guys both scored 30 points. I'm not taking away from that. It's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's moments and situations where LeBron can have a great first half. We've seen Anthony Davis have 25-point first halves and end with 33 points. It's great. When you look at the box score and just see what they had for an entire game and, apply context to when that happened in the actual game, where were you the final 6 to 8 minutes of this game when it got out of hand? That's important. That's important. That's what makes an MVP. Where are you when we need you the most? It's cool. I get great what you did in the first, second, third, kept us in the game. Hey, thank you. Now go finish this game like you're paid to do. That's what an MVP does. That's what an MVP does. Queen 23, thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. We lost by the 3 ball and free throws, plus turnovers and bad defense. Facts. I mean, blind people can shoot 50% against us right now. It's crazy. Fans need to stop showing up. That's not going to happen, Reg. You're right, Eric. We should start with Braun. Like I said, it's. I'm not here to blame LeBron James. I'm not here to talk trash about LeBron James. I'm not here to do any of that. But if LeBron, like we've all seen it, when it doesn't work out, when our season's in the toilet, when it's time to get in the trenches, he pouts and he gets passive aggressive. And he kind of does this like, okay, you guys go fix this. I'll be over here. And it's like, okay, they're going to, but how about, the leadership quality right now is important. LeBron has been a great leader his entire career. Always has been. His leadership alone was one of the main reasons we won in 2020. But if we're honest with ourselves, we can say that has he been the best leader since the bubble? If we're honest with ourselves, has it always been about team, or has it been more about what can you guys do for me? I'm just asking a question. Not blaming LeBron. I love LeBron. We don't get a chip without LeBron. We don't get Anthony Davis without LeBron. We don't become relevant again without LeBron because we were in the toilet for a while. LeBron made us legitimate again. None of that happens without LeBron James agreeing to come here alone. I salute LeBron James. I respect LeBron James. LeBron James is one of the most incredible, best basketball, top 5, top 3 basketball player I've ever seen in my life. But he's not perfect. None of us are. Michael Jordan wasn't perfect. Kobe Bryant wasn't perfect. Magic Johnson wasn't perfect. These guys weren't perfect, and neither is LeBron James. So LeBron James is not above criticism. No one is. No one is. JS says, how do we start off the game then end so bad? Because the Lakers cannot play with 48 minutes of energy. The Lakers cannot play with 48 minutes of focus. Darvin Ham cannot seem to figure out 48 minutes of rotations. All these things lead to a 4-letter word, LOSS. 10, like this is going to happen, man. It's over, Jeff. This team is garbage, says Dylan the Villain Brooks. They're playing like garbage right now. Their season is not over. I promise you that. The Rockets is better. We'll see about that. They're not better than them. It's already happening. They're near the bottom. Ticket sales at home. They're selling out. What do you mean? Like the arena is full. They're number one. And their profit margin, like I said, the merch, the TV deals, people showing up to every game. They're not. Look at Laker prices. They're sold out. That's why the secondary prices are so high, because you can't get them for face value. Those joints are sold out. Took our best punch and didn't even budge. This is awful. Yeah, because our best punch is a light slap, Lo. Our best punch is a light slap, my brother. And that's why. We hit them with our best punch and they just laugh. Like, that's cute. Ham keep giving this ninja reddish minutes. Deadish. Cam deadish. They need to dead his minutes ASAP. Fabio, what's going on, man? Our 3-point defense is the demise of our team, allowing 39.5% on threes last 20 games. Yeah, the Lakers started, and it's funny, they went into today's game still 10th in defensive rating. Still 10th, you know what I mean? But it's these moments where these guys go ballistic from 3, and the Lakers just have no answer. It's always like a crazy run, 4, 5, 6 threes. then another 3-4 threes, then another 3 threes. And it's like they have no answer for it. And they can't go down the other way and counter it. They can't go on the other side and say, okay, you shoot, we shoot. Let's go. You blaze, we blaze. Let's go. They can't do that. They don't have the weapons. Shan Music, Shan Music, excuse me. What's going on? Thanks for pulling up. My patience is being tested. All of us, I feel you. All of our patience is being tested. Miller time. What happened tonight, LA? A lot, Miller time. Miller time, it wasn't Laker time tonight, man. What happened was 10th loss in the last 13 games, man. 13 games. Queen says, can't guard the 3, need to get Siakam. I would love Siakam. I just think he's a little too pricey. Even Sacramento pulled out of trade talks because Toronto wants too much for him. So Sacramento pulled out today. And, so asking price is really high right now. Got to wait to see what that looks like. Warriors going to go after him too. But, yeah, 3's major problem. Garbage coach, garbage roster, and a garbage leader. Don't expect this team making to the playoffs, even in the play-in. No, I still expect them to make that. I do. Eric, that's the only way they get the message. This is unacceptable. It's just not going to happen, guys. People are not going to stop going to Laker games. You got to understand the majority. You know how many people, how many season seats and tickets aren't even bought by fans? They're by corporations. So, like, even if the fans said, I'm not going, the tickets are bought and paid for. They're not losing any money. And no one's going to revolt and not go to a Laker game. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. They went when post Kobe, like when there was nothing to watch. They still went. Like, they're not going to stop going. It's not going to happen. Lost all your hope for this team. This is not the same as last year. We'll see. Like I said, people said that last year. We'll see. Why do we help off of known shooters from the opposite side of the court? That's what I was saying. Especially or when they help down on Anthony Davis's side and leave the 3 open off the like he can't cover that side on his own. Like, it's just, I don't understand that either. Like, and it's constant and repetitive. It's so stupid. Can we trade owners? No. Let's see. It's a 19th in ticket sales at home. I don't know what ranking. Like, I don't understand what like that is. You talk about like overall attendance. You talk about overall attendance because the Lakers don't have the same capacity as some arenas. So that I don't know if that's what you're going off of. But not all things are created equal from that standpoint. So that has to come into play. But you talk about revenue and bodies and seats, the Lakers are top tier. The Warriors right now are 10th seed. They will keep winning, so the Lakers are not making to the play-in tournament. This is going to be the worst year for the Lakers, fam, that year. And I don't know if you've been watching the Warriors lately, but I'm not worried about the Warriors. But I was wondering why the coach from Memphis was tripping over Jackson wasn't tripping. Yeah, that got me mad. That got me pissed. Like, you can't do that as a coach. Taylor Jenkins, you know better than that. You absolutely know better than that. Like, that's ridiculous. Fire ham. Says Jay. Amaris, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. What's going on with you, man? Rough night, but we here. You know what I mean? We here. Nico, what's going on, brother? We will be 15 games below 500 by February 6th. By the time we will be out of the play-in contention. I don't think so. The West is just going to continue to beat each other up. Lakers can probably weather a storm of another 2 weeks and still be able to get in there. Like I said, what happened last year, starting 2-10. And being able to make it back, like this is not that. And like I said, the West is going to continue to beat up on each other, especially like 3 through like 10. It's going to be stacked up all over the place. So I'm not really tripping on that. As long as they get it right, then I'm not worried about it. They'll be able to make up. Like look where Memphis is. Okay, look where Memphis is. They got Ja back. They got some guys back. Now they're on a run and they're gonna climb back up there. The Lakers will have their opportunity as well. Can't Reddish, that's his name. Hey, Lo, you heard me, man. When everyone was, getting Cam Reddish tramp stamps, man, I was telling y'all, this is fool's gold, y'all. This is fool's gold. Let's see. Costa says Hammy's using the Lakers to learn coaching. You're probably right there. You gotta lost all your hope because no trade happens this January. Darvin Ham not getting fired. The Lakers are in big trouble. I do believe that Darvin Ham's not getting fired. But I also do believe that maybe they do try to get a trade done prior to February because, like I said, I think they have to jolt this roster one way or another. I don't know if it's going to be anything major. Oh, man. Chris Paul fractured his hand and will undergo surgery. So he's out for a while. Damn. Get well soon, Chris Paul. That sucks, man. That sucks. That sucks. Hate to hear guys get hurt. You can still cover the Lakers, still show the motion. I'm pissed off right now. I'm at work. It's time to change. No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, I don't just do the show as a fan. You know what I mean? So, at the same time, like, I'm upset. Like I said, my family sees my emotion, but getting up here screaming and yelling for me, this is just for me. Everyone can do how they want. You know what I mean? That's fine. Like, I'm just saying for me. Like I said, I'm just talking the game, breaking it down. So, growing in this business, you're not going to get there by throwing tantrums all the time. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to, just break down the game, have conversations, talk about basketball. And at the end of the day, yeah, I'm upset they lost. But it ain't gonna it ain't gonna wreck my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and like sit here and act like my life is hell because the Los Angeles Lakers decide to show up no effort tonight. I'm like, it's not gonna happen. Bro, I'm on your time, bro. It's not the coach, it's the players playing. Alonzo Baylor, appreciate you, man. Thanks for pulling up. And yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's not the coach. Like I said, it's not that Darvin doesn't have his share to blame here. But what I'm saying is, I think it's very lazy and short-sighted to strictly blame Darvin Ham. Like, that's insane. that's just taking everyone else's narrative and running with it, and just kind of not knowing how to really break down the game, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So it's like, I hear plenty of people hold players accountable and still go after Darvin Ham. So there's plenty of people to do that. I'm not the only one. There's plenty of people. Dan says it all the time. Like, these players need to be held accountable too. And Dan hasn't even, like, Dan the Laker fan didn't even really start going in on Darvin until recently. So there's a lot of guys who just recently started going in. There's been guys going in on Darvin Ham since last year's preseason. Like, my guy Reg, shout out to my guy Reg in the locker room. Reg's been going on Ham since last season's preseason. So, like, a lot of dudes been going in on him for the longest time. But my thing is, like, the players are on the court. They impact the winning way more than the coach does. And if you're strictly going to blame a coach and that's just looking for a cop-out, looking for a scapegoat, not willing to face facts, not willing to be honest with yourself. And a lot of them are Braun fans, don't want to, they're not Laker fans. They're player fans, and they don't want to, hold their GOAT accountable. And, and that's okay. I get that's how you approach the game. I'm not telling anyone how to be a fan, but what I'm saying is, like, he's a Laker to me. So it's like, LeBron is an all-time great to me, but he's a Laker, and every Laker can be held accountable as far as I'm concerned. Our expectations were so high. They were, and they've got a lot of work to earn that reputation, expectation, and respect back. Facts. Kurt, what's going on, man? Hey, Jeff, looks like Darvin saved his job tonight. When do you extend? That's wild. It's such when a vet mini Cam Reddish is our starting line. Darvin Ham is coaching us like we are the Detroit in some ish. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That part is where Darvin gets no support from me, because that is a bonehead decision. Why is Max Christie not starting? I get you don't have Gabe Vincent. I get you don't have D'Angelo Russell. I get you've got Reeves in the starting lineup. I get that. And I get maybe, Max being in his second year, he's not fully trusting him. Cam has been around and, hasn't played to his potential or played to the minutes he'd like, but he's been on teams. So I think Darvin, I don't agree with this philosophy, but I'm sure Darvin is like, look, he's been in the league longer. He's more seasoned. I'm going to go with him. I don't agree with it, but I'm pretty sure that's his approach. And I don't care if you've been in the league 8 years. Max Christie right now is better than Cam Reddish. Put him in the game. You know what I mean? That's just how I see it. Hello, chat as well. Says Kurt, the player. I got you, Alonzo. Players play, not the coach. Not true. I mean, the coach has his share of blame. That's a fact. But like I said, to us act like the players don't, that's wild to me. Cam Reddish don't deserve minutes. Facts. He doesn't. Be at ease. What's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Same old story for the past few years. Yeah. Hard to argue that, man. Hard to argue that. At this point, I'm ready to start Max. I've been there, Jay Lloyd. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate y'all. Been there. I don't feel sorry for LeBron. They let Kobe go out with less. No, facts. Absolute facts. Hit the like button and subscribe. Yes, please do so. If you haven't done so already, please hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Put on notification bells. And like I said, go on and join the team by becoming a member. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. We are now at, let's see here, 831 subs. So I appreciate y'all, man. Well, we just got to 800 like a few days ago. We're at 831. So appreciate y'all, man. But we got 30 people in the building right now. There's a lot of people going live right now. So I appreciate those who are in here with me right now. But drop a like on the video. Really does go a long way to help out the channel, man. So appreciate you guys a lot. Let's see. Grizzlies couldn't miss a three if they wanted to. Yeah, facts. And if they did miss it, they got it back and made it anyways. Marcus Smart was sniping like Reggie Miller. Man, it was Marcus, Larry Bird, Smart out there tonight, man. Alonzo says, bro, I'm not watching no more games for the next 4. Imagine we gonna do against the Flippers. I'm gonna watch it. I'm a Laker fan. I watch basketball games. So it does suck. This is not a fun time to be in. It's not a fun time to be in. We've got a coach who's struggling immensely. We've got players who are struggling immensely, and our only hope right now is that Rob can work his magic. And like I've said numerous times as well, I believe Rob he's the only one I really trust in this equation to get this stuff right. I believe he will, and I'm holding on to that until he proves that he doesn't. And that's just where I'm at with it right now. Satchel, what's going on, man? Big up, Jeff. We in trouble, bro. Yeah, we are right now. We definitely are. Richard, what's going on? Fans already started booing Lakers. Yeah, well, they deserve to be booed. Look, these tickets are not cheap, man. These tickets are not cheap. So you're going to go out there and put out a performance like that, you deserve to get booed. Facts. Alonzo says, hey, this is my first time finding your channel, bro, but hope you took 2 shots after this BS loss. Again, nah, I'm good, man. I know how to handle loss, man. I know how to handle losses, man. I know how to handle wins. I know how to handle losses. It's all in the game, man. It's all about being a fan, man. It's all about, I watched the Lakers my entire life. I've been the good, the bad, the ugly. And I appreciate you being here the first time. Hope to see you again some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, man. We go live every night. We cover the Dodgers, the Lakers, NBA in general, and MLB in general. So if that's your vibe, then go and subscribe, man. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks for pulling up, man. Oh, man, we got Mr. Primal up in here, man. This is going to be a wild game. Good luck. You're right. We got a Clipper fan in the building here, man, who knows what it is, man. But yeah, you're right. It's not going to be fun, man, if they can't get their act together. Even last game when we beat them, like they got us down big, we went on a run and got back in there and won it. But that still was tough, even to get that win. So if I had to guess, I would think we're going to get smashed on Sunday, but who knows? I don't know. Maybe this is the game they wake up. I don't know, but I'm not going to be delusional, expect them and say, oh yeah, they're going to win in this game. They've showed me nothing over the last 13 games to indicate that they're prepared to face a team who literally dreams about playing them on the regular. You know what I mean? So it's their Super Bowl. So like outside of that, the Clippers clearly want these games more than the Lakers, and shout out to them for that, because the Lakers should want these games. They just don't appear to. Thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. Can't believe he addressed that stuff during the pregame. What coach addresses his firing threats in a pregame presser? Well, the media asked him. So it's like, he answered the question. Multiple people asked him questions. There was a report put out there. So multiple people, reporters doing their jobs, they asked about it. And he gave the answer. But yeah, it is, we've seen this before. It wasn't as odd as Stan Van Gundy being in shoot around and in practice, and coaches asking him why Dwight wants to get him fired. Then Dwight walks up behind him, not knowing what they're talking about, playing with his coach. And Stan's like, hey, they're asking me why you want me fired. And Dwight's like, what? Now that was worse. And that was way more awkward. But I don't know. But I don't know if you noticed, man, today that it was the Braun media guys pushing back on those reports. So we'll see. We will see. It does not look like his star players are campaigning or out there dropping or doing anything trying to push him out of there. And until they do that, I don't think the Lakers are really gonna force that envelope there, because I get why the role players are pissed, because the rotations, the inconsistencies, the lack of rhythm. I'd be upset if I were them too. But they also need to play better. They need to make it hard on him to take them out of the game. So all of them have had stretches where they've done things where a coach should take them out. All of them. So they just need to play better. We lost while LeBron and AD had 30. That's crazy to me. They did, but the Memphis Grizzlies made damn near 33s too. So you stack that on top of it and just makes everything worse. Juan Guerrero, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. We have no offensive scheme. This is on coach. We can't win on talent alone. Facts, but we don't have the talent is not performing either. Wide open shots, they're missing plenty. And like I said, the turnovers, the missed free throws, the lack of attention, the detail, all these things are on players. I hear you though. An offensive scheme for the coach. Like I said, they basically run 5 out, 4 out, and horns. It's pretty much what they run. And no offensive flow or system. And the 5 out is so weird because it's like, That's another thing. People talk about it, but they don't really know what the system is designed to do. So it's like the 5 out is designed to, yes, it can get you open shots, but it's also designed to open up driving lanes. And the Lakers don't drive. They don't have a point of attack point guard, which is really a major problem for them. But the 5 out, people think that it's just like, okay, it's just made for everyone to be able to shoot a three, and that's not the case. Creating open shots is a layer of the 5 out, but the driving lanes and being able to get to the basket and opening things up is the reason for it. It's to relieve congestion inside. That's why it's called 5 out, to get them out of there. But a lot of people don't understand the fundamentals of the 5 out, and I don't expect them to. A lot of them never even heard what it was before. You know what I mean? So I understand that. There's no point in firing Ham, but they might. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. This reminds me of Game 4 of the Western Conference Final when Braun was killing the first half and flames out the second half. Yep. It's unrealistic to expect LeBron to be the best player on the floor every night at 39 years old. That's not fair to him. Legit don't see any drive or hunger from the guys. Yeah, because you know why? Because these other teams are just killing them from three, and it's demoralizing. It's like being a baseball player and your pitchers are giving up nothing but home runs. It's like, bro, like, what can we do here? Like, we can't stop this. This is batting practice. This is basketball batting practice out here, man. Did y'all see Rod's face? That dude was red. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I saw it. Jackie says, what's your ideal trade? Mine has always been some version of the Chicago one. Caruso is a much needed acquisition for us. I'll even take DeRozan at this point. It wasn't my favorite idea, but you know what? If we could work some kind of deal where it's Caruso, Drummond, and Carter, like the two guards there, and a big, I would not mind that deal. I really like Carter. I've liked Carter since he first came up on the Suns. I felt he has potential to be a really strong backup point guard. He plays hard. He's gritty. I would not mind the Lakers getting their hands on him. If Chicago blows it up and moves Levine, then they're going to move pretty much everyone. So that's someone that I would love for them to go after. If you can get some type of variation of Caruso, Drummond, and Carter, I would love that trade. I know the Utah thing is out there. Clarkson, Sexton, or Olynyk. Karis LeVert is someone that I wouldn't mind them, taking a hard look at. Jeremy Grant might be someone the Lakers attempt, although, like I said, it's $30 million a year, 4.5 more years on it. It's not as bad as Zach LaVine's. He fits a need, but I think Portland's gonna have some options with him. So my ideal one is probably a variation of the Chicago trade. I would love Siakam. I think he's going to be too expensive. I would love Murray. I think he's going to be too expensive. I don't think the Lakers have any leverage there. I've seen a lot of people saying that they felt Atlanta has leverage in that, has no leverage in that deal. I think that's I don't know if people understand the word leverage. But Atlanta, that is a young two-way player signed to a favorable contract long term, who's not demanding a trade, and who you gave up 3 firsts and a pick swap to get. Anyone who thinks that we're getting him for D'Lo and Rui with no pick, again, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, man. No, they're not making it to the play-in, Jeff. Okay, that's fine. If that's your opinion, it's your opinion. But like I said, we heard that all last year. A lot of people lost a lot of money last year, man. A lot of multi-millionaires lost money last year on that same bet. Ham his ass. These LeBron stands are hilarious. They are, and it's funny because it doesn't change my opinion on LeBron. I still love LeBron. I still think he's incredible. But his fanboys, like, I feel like they're a detriment to LeBron more than they're a help to LeBron. You know what I mean? He probably gets annoyed with them too, because they make him a target in so many things because of the way they act sometimes. Not all of them. There's some people who really love LeBron James or are really big fans of LeBron James, truly understand the game, still call him out. But the ones that are just blind, like that, those ones are the ones that are extra. But there are plenty of LeBron fans who are not extra like that. I talked to many of them, that love Bron, but will hold him accountable. The ones who just love Bron and want to discredit Kobe and MJ, and that's the main reason they love Bron. That's a little different, you know what I mean? Versus the ones who are a fan of his, who root for him, but don't have a problem calling him out. Those are two totally different situations. Now this team is more trash without LeBron. Get LeBron there and trade to Golden State. Boom, Warriors. You all over the place, bro. No more Russell Westbrook to blame. No more this even more disgusting because their guys all wanted and we still suck. Just no effort. Yeah, yeah. These guys. I felt these guys were all good signings until it didn't work out. I wonder if Steph Curry would turn into Rick Simmons if he played for the Lakers. Those Laker lights are no joke. I think Steph could shoot on Mars, but yeah, I mean the way these shooters get here and can't make nothing, I get it. Um, LeBron doesn't want this team. I mean, he chose this team and he chose to extend with this team twice. Let's see. Okay, now you just spazzing. You just spazzing out here. I don't care about LeBron's stats. Win the game. $45 million, and he can't get this roster to a top 4 seed in the West. Trash. Again, I think it's unrealistic expectations to think that 39-year-old LeBron, while there's times he plays like he's 27, but to think that in a game where he can impact the game like he's 27, I think that's a little unfair though, Jamar. Anthony Davis has done his job this year. He's played great. LeBron has had a great season. He's in a rough stretch right now, but he's had a great season. And it's the rest of these guys. It's these other guys. It's D'Lo, who we've been counting on. He's out. Gabe Vincent, we were counting on. He's been out. Rui, we've been counting on. He's been out. Austin Reeves barely got getting going again, right? Vando's been hurt. Torian Prince is inconsistent. Christian Wood started the season off great, then was trash, fell out of rotation. Now he's back and he's got to find his groove again. There's a ton of different reasons that are leading up to what this record is shaping out to be. And if you look how they were playing when our record was good versus how it is now, the proof is in the pudding. It's the play. These guys are just not playing well right now. Angel, what's going on? Appreciate you, man. Hiring Darvin Ham has fast forward the rebuild option. Unless we win a chip, which does not seem likely as of now, rebuild does not mean let AD walk. Yeah, no, it might lead to that. Might lead to that. It needs to happen, I guess. People accept and buy anything. No, that's a fact. That's my point. That's exactly my point. GS is bad too, and CP3 needs surgery on his left hand. So I don't know about the Warriors. Yeah, that's it. CP3's contract, I think, could still hold value. He'll be back at some point this season. So I still think there's potential for the Warriors to get crazy and flip his contract along with Kuminga, Moody, and potentially someone else for another big name. Like I said, Zach LaVine, keep an eye on him there. Definitely keep an eye on him there. I think that's a move that could happen. But it's just Warriors have to do something. I think they will do something. They're not afraid to spend money, clearly. So I would expect something big from them. I don't know, I don't know what that will be, but I expect them to try to do something crazy. I don't think anything's off limits for them. They're going to try to have their hands in everything for sure. And to be honest, they should. You're looking at LeBron's wind down here. Well, Steph, you got to worry about that with Steph as well. That's a lie, Jeff. All the top guys throw tantrums. I'm not saying. I'm saying like I said that. No, what I said was there's plenty of tantrums around tonight. That I'm not a tantrum guy. I'm not. Well, I can be, I guess, but that's not what my channel's about. You know what I mean? That's not what I do. It's no shade to anyone that does it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, and there's plenty of options for that elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to do it. There's plenty of people doing it right now. All the top guys do tantrum, and all those guys are great, right? I don't want to say tantrums. I take that back. I'm saying all the guys are passionate. But like I said, it just my approach to covering basketball. That's all it is. It's just different. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I've had moments of it. Like I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? But it's not something I'm gonna do on a regular. DS visually speaking says a trade is not going to help this team. Just let LeBron chuck up shots till he retires, and maybe Ham will learn to run a team within the next couple of years. A coach has to manage his players and plays. Yeah, facts. I do think a trade will help this team. I don't know if it means it'll win a championship, but I do think it'll help the team. When are we going to ask obvious questions? Is the in-season tournament cursed? Maybe, man, because ever since they hung that banner, man, it's been dangerous. Damn, this ugly. I ain't getting mad. I'm getting even. Yeah. Clippers go and smack the dog-ish out of us, and they might, Lo. They absolutely might, and that's something they got to worry about. And yeah, that is something that'll probably lead to a lot of tantrums too. Shit, maybe I even have one that night. But like I said, I guess the reason why I'm not so worked up with the whole tantrum talk that became a thing, I guess why I'm not so worked up is because I'm not surprised. I didn't think I just felt they were going to lose this game. I just felt like the way they started the game, whenever the Lakers played great, I'm like, oh, great. They just peaked too early. Whenever they have a great quarter, I'm like, oh, great. They should have saved that for the fourth. It's just, I know this team. I know this team. I don't have unrealistic expectations for them. This team is not good right now. They're in a rut. They're struggling. The roster is flawed. Teams are coming for them. And the Lakers are waiting on a calendar right now. I don't know what else to expect right now outside of that, because that's the reality of the world we're living in right now. We should bring in Smush, Kwame, and Sacre and start all of them next to LeBron and AD like they did Kobe, huh? The Clippers going to demolish the garbage Lakers, Jeff. I mean, if the Lakers play like garbage, they might. 4 straight L's. What the hell is going on with this team? A lot, Juan. A lot going on, man. Some insufficient coaching, insufficient playing, insufficient intelligence. Talk about a perfect storm of getting everything wrong. That's what the Los Angeles Lakers are right now, man. Jamari Gay, sorry. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Have you seen Darvin Ham comments? Looks like he's really disconnected to the team. Yeah, it looks like an environment where a lot of people are frustrated. Absolutely. There's a lot of frustration. Losses, they say winning cures all. Well, losses bring out all the ugly in everything. So, yeah, I expect it to get worse before it gets better, guys. I really do. So I expect this. So I'm not too shocked about it. I think Vandal needs more minutes to get his groove back and his legs under him. J. Lloyd, you're right. But he's on a little bit of a restriction there. So they can't let him, he's had a couple setbacks. So they're just being careful with him. Gilbert Dixon, thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. How confident are you in the Lakers turning the season around? I'm confident that they're going to do everything within their effort to get it right. I think they have a chance to do so. I think Rob is capable. And I still think this team is capable of doing some damage when they make things right. I do. I really do. We'll see, though. We'll see. Jeff, I have nothing to say but good luck to the Lakers, but my feelings is they're not making the playoffs or the play-in because the way they play. Also, Darvin scam tripping. No, hey, I get why you think that. But like I said, I heard this all last year, so I'm not tripping. If the Lakers play like this, we're not making the playoffs. If they play like this, yes, but I don't expect them to play like this all season, the rest of the season. Then let's move on. Trade LeBron for a younger star. They will play hard on both ends of the court every single night. They're not trading Braun. That wouldn't be wise. You're not going to get another star, later on in their career if you do that and you give up. You give up on LeBron James and move him. That's not going to work out for you later. Question: coaches don't get held accountable in sports. Let me know. No, coaches get held accountable all the time, and they should. Darvin is being held accountable. People are blitzing him. I'm just saying he's not the only problem. Tantrum was the right word. I was referring to Stephen A. and it's my turn, Skip Bayless guy. Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of top tier YouTube guys who go nuts too. They do, but the top guys, they do. They absolutely do. It's just not my vibe. You know what I mean? It's not that anyone that does it, I don't watch or them or that's not entertaining. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. What I do probably isn't for them, So it's, these losses, the more it happens, it's just, I know the anger in people, the frustration in people. I understand all that. But for me, it's just, I'm just sitting here waiting back for the trade window. That's all I can do. I have no control over anything. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed. I'm annoyed. I feel cheated. I feel lied to. You know what I mean? I really had high hopes for this team. It's depressing to a point. You know what I mean? It causes anxiety to a point. And I'm a diehard Laker fan. I'm extremely passionate about this team. But, and prior to doing videos or calling games live or doing things, it's kind of changed, belted me out a little bit on it. I would throw fits all the time. I'll be screaming at the TV, cursing. That's my wife. That's my family. I get crazy. You know what I mean? But, I don't want to do something stupid one day that can take away an opportunity from me. So I'm trying to take things serious and trying to grow something. So I'm trying to be careful and, not have that one stupid moment that can blow up on me. I'm pissed off still at work. Yeah, it sucks when you're at work when the Lakers lose, man, especially like this. I'm going to unleash on the team in the morning. I'm sure you will, man. LeBron says we suck as a team. He's right. He's keeping it real, and I'm glad he called us out. Yeah, me too. Brown not even capable of closing out. It's a wrap. Yeah, Maul. Thanks for pulling up. He, again, it's the stage of his career, man. 39 years old. It's tough for him. It's absolutely tough, man. If the Lakers keep losing, when will fans understand it's time to move? They won't. Never. I just feel like this team doesn't want to play for Darvin Ham anymore. Well, see, I think the team is, while I do believe there is absolute frustration with Darvin Ham's rotation and game management, things like that, I think players are frustrated with themselves and each other as well. Like I said, I don't think they're just mad at Ham. I think they're frustrated with themselves, frustrated with their teammates. And the way they started that game did not look like a team that gave up. They didn't. They started the game looking like a team that was trying to support each other, and it just fell off. Memphis just hit one a punch and kept going. That didn't look like a team that had no interest in coming out and playing tonight. That didn't look like a team. They started the game with energy. So it just fell apart because those dudes just start hitting threes, and it's like being in the boxing ring. You're just getting jab after jab, body blow after body blow after body blow. Those things, those body shots, man, they take their toll. And those three after three after three after three, that's a body shot after body shot after body shot. And those take its toll. Not everything has to be a knockout. All those shots, man, they take their toll in the end. And the Lakers just three after three after three made on them, then followed by all those turnovers and key parts of the game. And that's what it leads to. That's what happens. Trades are cool, but there are deeper issues. There are deeper issues, absolutely. The whole team is in trouble. That's what I'm trying to say. The coaching situation is bad, but there are deeper issues. There's the both sides of that story. That's my point. I'm just tired of seeing this team play the garbage. That's so I'm so frustrated. They have not been outside of the playing games. They have not been very fun to watch or cover or be entertained. They're not. I've said that multiple times this season. They have not been enjoyable to watch as a basketball team outside of the play-in. Sorry, not playing. In-season tournament. Bye, Jeff. Good luck. I subscribe to your channel. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. We can keep trading the whole roster and expect guys to figure it out in a few months when that ever happens. I mean, they made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. They did get swept, but they did figure it out. I'm not saying that Darvin Ham is the long-term fix, but God, no, I'm not saying that. I didn't say that when he was hired. I'm definitely not saying that now. I'm just saying, like, getting rid of the coach and keeping this roster, you're not going to see much changes in the win column. No chemistry. It don't matter who there if you skip steps. I get you. I don't see there's trades coming this month of January, but I see maybe. They did do the Rui one early last year. So they clearly were working on something early. I can see them, maybe not January 15th, but I can see them in the 20s of January trying to get something moving. I can see that. At what point next season do we start to consider a rebuild? Next summer. And I don't know if it's a rebuild or a reload. This summer, Bron has the option. I think he opts in if he continues to play, and I think he will. So Bron opts in. That's another year of about $50 million. And then you're kind of just really can't do much aside exceptions and trades. There's not your free agency window isn't going to be anything. But not this summer, but next summer. Now that's when things get real interesting. Thanks for your rational approach. A blowout loss to the Clippers could be end for Darvin, though. Hey, appreciate you, Gilbert. And that I agree with. That I do agree with. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been saying I don't think he's going to get fired. But if they get just completely embarrassed by the Clippers and their fifth straight loss, then I'm willing to really start saying, okay, let's see what tonight and tomorrow looks like. We definitely need a real backup center, in my opinion. That could be part of what kills AD. We haven't had good bigs since Dwight and JaVale. No, I hear you, but AD hasn't been deterred by it. He's had a great season, and those bigs aren't going to stop all these threes. We need people who can guard the three-point line. I can see a D'Lo for Sexton, see if that can change. Maybe Gabe for Olynyk. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can see the D'Lo move, but I don't know if Utah's going to be interested in Gabe, who has 2.5 years still left on his deal at the trade deadline. So we'd have to see on that. A team would have to be I don't, like I said, if he had 1 year left, maybe, but I don't know the teams that'll want that tool because they're not, they're not a veteran team. They're probably not going to want a player like him. Jake says, I don't have hope anymore, Jeff. I'm tired and frustrated. I hear you, man. I'm tired and frustrated too. I still have some hope though. What are your thoughts on C Wood this year? He is underutilized, but overrated. Yeah, I think fans expect, they know, again, I posted a tweet earlier that just because you know a player's name doesn't mean you know his game. People think that Christian Wood is just a 3-point shooter. Or they think like he has like just a wider range of offensive skill set, right? what I was saying is Christian Wood had many chances early in the season. He played great to start the season. And then he just hit a wall. We had a game where AD didn't play. Christian Wood started, didn't score, only got up one shot. Then he had some games where he looked disinterested, wasn't effective. So he fell out of the rotation for a bit. Now they got him back in. He looked energized today. I love the way he played in the first half. He had a bad stretch in the second half that hurt him and the team. But he's got to work through that. I think he'll be in the rotation moving forward. I think he's going to get plenty of opportunity moving forward, but he's got to make the best of it. It's depressing, Jeff. BS. No, it is. It absolutely is. I hear you. Imagine a Westbrook triple dub on Darvin's head. It's possible. Jeff, why do we keep the same mistakes, bro? Well, we have the same leadership. I mean, it's Bron AD, and I put it on them on the offensive side of the ball to refuse to do any type of pick and roll, any type of two-man game, any type of high-low action. None of it. Now, that is 100% on the players. You don't need coaching for that. These guys have been in the league long enough to know what a simple two-man game is, what a simple pick and roll, pick and pop. They know very well how to run that in their sleep, and they refuse to do it. That's on the players, not on the coach, man. So if LeBron and AD are continuing and refusing to do those things, then it's like we would be a better team if they did that. Absolutely be a better team if they did that. But they're not doing it, so we will not be a better team as a result of it. And that is absolutely frustrating because that's the easiest thing to do. Just get those guys going in a two-man game and let them create. That could literally be your offense. You can get all your action off of that. You really could. You really could. Jeff, do you think some trade will happen tomorrow for us? No. Technically, a trade could happen tomorrow, like D'Angelo Russell, Taurean Prince, Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes. Those guys could be moved, but you can't move. You can't move Rui yet. You can't move Austin yet, and those are your bigger money guys. So if you're going to make a deal where you use D'Lo and one of those guys to get up into higher money, you have to wait till one of those guys become eligible to trade, and that doesn't happen until January 15th. So we're 10 days away from that. They could make a move for someone in between like 12 to like 24 million with D'Lo alone. Like I said, you could throw in Prince to take it up a little bit. You could throw in Hayes to boost it a little bit. So you can get in the mid, you can get into the high $20s million range. You can probably get to someone like DeRozan right now. But that's it. But you could get Caruso and Drummond right now, and probably Carter. You can do that trade right now. But if you're trying to get a guy making more than 30 million, you're gonna have to wait till after January 15th. Hit the like. Hey, Hanson, thank you. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like, drop a comment on the video if you're coming in late after video is done, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Like I said, we are up to 831 subs right now. Let me how many likes we got in the building tonight. Let me see here. 32 likes on that video. So I know there's a lot of people live right now, so the volume wasn't too high tonight. So I appreciate you guys for those who did come in. So drop a like if you haven't done so already. And like I said, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And become a member if you want to. We got the members starting to build up here. Gonna have some members only videos and some giveaways coming up soon. So appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. I'm upset that guys aren't showing any anger or dog during the game. Ham don't lose his ish. He don't yell. He's too calm. Yeah. So now if I was on the sideline, and then I was going through this, I would definitely have a little bit more fire for sure. Because I'm in it at that point, right? Ranting and throwing a fit over here about a game that I have no control over. I can have a little bit more control over that than if I was like on the sideline. If I was on the sideline for any of this, I'd be fired up. I'd be engaged. I'd be all over refs if they were making mistakes. I'd be driving my players. I'd be talking my ish. Without a shadow of a doubt. I definitely don't love Darvin's demeanor on the sidelines. That is a fact. And as a coach, it's kind of embarrassing to watch a guy just stand there. That I don't like. But like I said, he is a little too calm for my likes. He said I'm tired. I see Dan so pissed with the Lakers, and especially Darvin. Yeah, and I know. People are coming for Darvin. I get it. And he's not doing much to help himself. But this is so much more than Darvin. It's just so much more than Darvin. He's going to catch the blame. He's going to be the guy that's a narrative is going to point to him, and I understand that. But he is not the only problem. He's not. I understand people don't want to face that fact, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I've been watching this game of basketball. I've coached this game of basketball, did a lot for a long time. And, I didn't grow up just watching Laker games or just being a Laker fan. I've been an NBA junkie my entire life. I've watched good head coaches. I've watched bad head coaches. I've seen terrible coaches. I've seen great coaches. I've seen it all. I've seen teams absolutely dislike their head coach and make long playoff runs. I've seen teams love their head coach and not be able to win and figure it out. I've seen every angle of this between coach and player dynamic. I've seen it all, not just from a Laker perspective, from an entire league perspective, from a personal coaching perspective, from a travel ball perspective, from an entire program when you got multiple different levels, multiple different teams, multiple different levels, multiple different ages, both boy and girl teams. Like I know everything ins and outs of this more than most people who cover it. You know what I mean? So it's like when it comes down to just something simple as it's just Darvin Ham and you throw your hands in the air, but then you're just kind of minimizing the problem. It is not just him. It's not. Guys got to step up too, but in my opinion, this could be just a dry spell. Clippers went through this early on too, but in my opinion, they have an easier team to work on. Yeah, exactly. I was saying that the other day. The Lakers and Suns were playing great, and the Clippers were struggling, and now the Lakers and Suns have kind of and the Warriors have kind of come back down to earth, and the Clippers are just certified hooping right now. Like they're killing it. They're dominating right now, and like I said, shout out to them because they figured some things out. But we were doing great. We won the in-season tournament. We were living large. We look great. We look unbeatable. We look like world beaters out there against Indiana and against the Pelicans. That team is still there somewhere. You know what I mean? Darvin Ham was coaching us in those games. Darvin Ham did good things in that in-season tournament. Like I said, as it starts to fall apart and the narrative grows and it's like an avalanche and the voices get louder in one direction and people talking about the same thing, it just gets louder. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you fire Darvin Ham and they still lose their next 3 games, where are you going to point? You're going to point to what I've been telling you all the time, the players. Because the players are a problem. Did you see what LBJ said about Bronny could play for the Lakers right now? Yeah, and he could. He probably could. Ham makes it difficult to know what players should be offered in trades because his utilization of them is off. Hopefully the front office can make the right decision regardless. Well, that's what your scouts are for, Henson. Scouts are not always looking what a player does in wins and losses. Like, that's not what they look for. They look at a lot of things based on players. Scouts, a real trained eye, and that's what I get to talk about people who really study and watch the game of basketball, and not just from a TV, but like people who really are in it, are in training sessions, film sessions, breakdowns. Like all these guys, they see the game differently. They watch the game differently. They watch the players differently. They understand when a player is frustrated. They understand, but they sit there and they watch and they wait. And so a player forgets that they're frustrated and the player has the ball in his hands or he's guarding the player and he just goes into his mode, right? And he goes back into who he is fundamentally. They spot that in that moment, and that's what they're looking for. The skill they have when they are ready to use it. That's what they're looking for. Now, they would love to watch an entire game of it, but they understand the situation. They understand what it is. So they're looking at that. They don't need an entire game to know what they're scouting. And like I said, that's what your scouts are for. And that's what your film crews and breakdowns are. And it's not about a team struggling and is Darvin damaging a player's trade value. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. Austin Reeves proved he deserves to start. His defense is sus, but he tries. I prefer guys show effort than no defense. Yeah, but see, that's what I've been saying. Like the D'Lo Vando lineup is really good when D'Lo Reeves lineup is really good when Vando was healthy and out there, but Vando is not, right? So that lineup can't be played together. And Austin Reeves is a lot better when Vando was out there because he's able to gamble more. He has Vando and AD back there to back him up. But when he doesn't have that and he gambles because he has to gamble a little bit because he doesn't have the best defensive fundamentals, right? So he can't just like go out there and lock someone up. But the effort he gives, when you have two guys back there defensively, then he can apply more pressure on guys when they go around him. They know those guys are back there, and it's a little different approach versus when he's not. So that in and of itself will make Austin Reeves a better defender. But with Vando being hurt all year, it hurts him and D'Lo as a result of that. I smell an early exit for the Bucks from the most overrated team in the game. In my opinion, Dame plays no D and fears expectations. Giannis can also be bothered easily. Yeah, the Bucks. The Bucks are solid. They're deep. The Bucks are deeper than the Celtics on paper for an entire roster standpoint. The Celtics have a better starting lineup, but the Celtics' depth falls off a cliff after like 6 players. So if they get any type of significant injury, that team could face some real trouble. The Bucks, however, lack the defensive depth that Boston has. So while Milwaukee has depth as far as the body count of players, they're deeper than the Boston Celtics team roster-wise. But that Celtics starting lineup or their top 6 is so good. They're probably got the best top 6 in the NBA. But when you get past that, you can get them if some of those guys go down, which you don't want to happen. Obviously, I'm not rooting for that. But Boston, they're light from a 15-man roster position. They're light. So where Milwaukee, like I said, their defense is suspect. Absolutely, like you said, Dame has never really played for anything, and Giannis always seems to get hurt at the wrong time or something. Always, they got that one chip. I understand it, but he's still only been to 1 finals. He won the one he got to. So it's not like Giannis is out here, being in 8 straight finals like Bron was. So he's definitely beatable. But with Dame out there, we got to see how Dame plays in the playoffs. Does Dame go out there and just have a terrible playoff run? We don't know. I don't think he's going to have a terrible playoff run, but he's going to get cooked defensively. Absolutely. Oh, very good. I learn something every day. That's why I watch. Hey, thank you, Hanson. Appreciate it. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, that's why I'm not going to be up here screaming and throwing fits. I'm going to be answering questions and trying to provide clarity and context to things. Salute to you as well. Salute to you. What up, KD? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. The R Bruin 10. Ham isn't the root of the problems. No coach is going to want to coach the Lakers team while LeBron is around because he will throw you under the bus. That's a fair take. This is about to be, if and when Darvin gets let go, it will be the 3rd head coach fired on LeBron James's watch with the Los Angeles Lakers. 3rd coach fired. Not saying it's his fault, but it is tough to coach the Lakers, and it is tough to coach LeBron James. When you have to coach the Lakers with LeBron James, that comes with the territory. You know what I mean? You have to be great, or you're going to be under fire. And Darvin Ham is not great. He's not great. So he's going to be under fire. But at the end of the day, this will be the 3rd head coach when Darvin goes that has been fired on the LeBron James Laker tenure here. I think we also underestimate the teams can scout the team. Now, last year we are coming too fast, didn't have enough to make a scouting report. Coming together too fast. Yeah. And then once they got shuffled around there. Yeah, you're right about that. Once the team gets put together, it's time for a scouting report as far as how the sets they run. But you can always do that. So what they got here, Shan. So what you can do is you can sit here and see. So let's say the Lakers go out and let's say they get Caruso. Let's say this trade happens. Let's say some variation is Caruso, Drummond, Carter from the Bulls, which is a trade I would really like. Let's say that happens. Caruso, Carter, Drummond. I haven't heard a lot of people throw that trade around, but that's one that I would really like to see happen. Let's say that trade happens. Now, all you got to do from a scouting perspective is plug. You look at how often the Lakers run their sets between the 5 out, the 4 out, and horns. Is pretty much what they run. You then plug into your scouting department. You plug in how many times those players have ran in that offense, where they get action out of it, whether they have success in, et cetera, et cetera. Then you run the defensive sets that the Lakers run, and you plug those guys into your analytics, into your matrix, and you can know right then and there what to do. So you already know how these players play. You've scouted them on other teams. Just because they've switched teams doesn't mean you don't know how to scout them. And you've already seen Caruso play with LeBron. You've already seen Drummond play with Bron. So a trade like that wouldn't be as hard to scheme against from a scouting perspective. But even if you're scouting a team that's never played well together, you still know what system they run, and you just plug in that other player's attributes into that. Now it's gonna be raw data. It's not statistically valid all the way because you don't know how they played in Chicago will be the same that they play in LA. but you get a fundamental basis how to at least approach them out the gate. So those things teams working all the time. They got their matrix, they plug them in, they run multiple different models there, and they pretty much know how that guy is going to play within that system before they even play a game. Low key, I prefer less depth with the Lakers and more concise roster. Ham does better when he has less pieces. Yes, the problem with that has always been our health. So when our health, imagine if we didn't have the depth and we had 8 guys playing. You know what I mean? Available, not just playing, but 8 guys available. That would be a nightmare. You know what I mean? After his comments, he should be fired. Hey, Tina Guzman, thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. I didn't see comments tonight because I came in straight, did my live here. So, Tina, what comments are you talking about? Yo, Jeff, what kind of J album for times like these? Need a fire uplifter from Hove. To me, it's always the blueprint, man. For Hove, man, when I want to pick me up, it's the blueprint. Blueprint 1, always for me. The blueprint 1. So Jay got multiple classic albums, like multiple classic albums. I mean, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint 1, the Black Album, American Gangster, like Magna Carta was still crazy, incredible. So they're 444. Like there are ones that are, there's so many classics. You know, most rappers they're lucky if they get one classic album. Jay's got multiple. But for me, it's the Blueprint. BP1 is always the one I go to. So many different levels of emotion and vibes on that album. BP1 for me. The coaches are fired because there is an expectation of winning. Ham isn't bringing that. Oh, absolutely. Facts. Coaches, executives, top players get traded. Same thing. Absolutely. 100% agree with you on that. But you also firing people during a season, firing a coach during a season with no realistic person to replace him with is also dangerous, though, Tina. So while like I said, he doesn't escape blame, and he's got his share of trouble. I don't see what's out there to fix this problem from a coaching perspective if you don't fix the roster issue. And then if you fix the roster issue, you want a whole new roster basically with a whole new coach and basically doing training camp the second half of the season. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous game to play. Search. We set up the search party for Search. We found him, y'all. Donate to Jeff on the Cash App. Appreciate you, Search, man. The search for Search is over, guys. We found him. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive, y'all. He's alive. He's alive. Appreciate you, Search, man. Welcome to the party, Search, man. Welcome to the funeral over here, Search, man. What do we move for Caruso, Drummond, and Carter? So let's look it up. Let's look up that money. Give me 1 second here. Let's look up that money. Talk amongst yourselves here for 1 second. So for those guys, which would be because none of them are big money guys, so it wouldn't cost you a ton, which is why that trade is favorable to me. It might cost you a pick, which I don't love, because at some point we have to stop using the future Laker team to pay for this LeBron team right now. So let's go to the Bulls real quick and let me see here. So we got Caruso's making about 9.5. We got Carter making 6, Drummond making 4. So let's call it 10. So let's call it like D'Lo's contract alone could get you those 3. If you're Chicago, you're probably not wanting that. You don't want just D'Lo for those 3. But D'Lo's money alone can make it happen. Then you got to sweeten the deal somehow. Maybe a young player they got an eye on. Maybe Max. Maybe you work out a protected pick or a pick swap. Like there's some things you could work out there. But just D'Lo, a pick or some pick swaps, and maybe a young player. And maybe they'll do that because it's not DeRozan. It's not Levine. I think Caruso's going to be in demand. But I think the Lakers have a chance to get him. It might be a little pricey pick-wise. But I think they have a chance to get him. But their teams are going to come after him. Like Milwaukee's going to want him badly. And, OKC may even look at him. But, Sacramento may look at him because teams that need some defense are going to look at him. But I think the Lakers can get a deal, like that as far as money-wise. They just have to find a way to add value to Chicago because D'Lo alone isn't going to get that. But the money alone would get that. Ham is part of the problem because he sets the lineups. He doesn't put players in position to be successful. Oh, facts. He's an absolute part of the problem. He's a big part of the problem. Absolutely. But like I said, my whole thing is I'm not just going to sit back and act like the players aren't part of the problem too. But you're absolutely right there. Please like, subscribe, share, and dunk on those notifications. Thank you, Serge. He's like Serge is on rapid fire right now. He's making up for lost time. Look this. Brrr, brrr. Look at Serge up here, man. Had a ton of trolls on them. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. What's wrong with these trolls, man? It was like guys come out of the woodwork when the Lakers are losing, man. They really do. It sucks. That sucks. I hate that Dan has to deal with that stuff, man. What do you think about those who criticized the bronze system? Kendall Gill recently made a comment on it. Like I said, if it's coming from a jealousy standpoint, I think there's a lot of people jealous of LeBron, former players, current players, from a jealousy standpoint. I think if you're being objective and being fair and just not like just talking to hate on LeBron, then I think it's all right. But I think if it's just constant, like if it's Skip Bayless level, if it's like if it's Nick Wright where he can do no wrong, or if it's Skip Bayless, he can do no right, any side of those ends of the spectrum are both just over the top. But like literally, like if we want to talk about that game against Miami, if anyone didn't feel comfortable about acknowledging that LeBron had a bad game, then you can't be taken serious because he had a bad game. I mean, that's just is what it is, man. Third star means less decisions that Darvin Ham has to make. He's not going anywhere right now, so he might have to go all in on a third star. Yeah, I hear you, Lo, but I'm not going all in on a third star that's going to be here after Darvin's gone and for 4.5 more years. I don't think you'd make a move like that just to save the second half of this season and have to have 4 more years of over $40 million for a guy you don't really love. So I don't think I would do that, though. Darvin Ham, I'm tired of people living and dying with every game we played. This is a marathon. Again, Darvin. Again, Darvin not using words right correctly, which he is right. This is a marathon. And instead of I'm tired of people living and dying with every game we play, those are the wrong words, Darvin. That's something simple. I understand you're frustrated. I understand everyone's frustrated. I'm frustrated. We're frustrated. We're trying to work our way through it. You guys deserve better. We should be playing better. I should be coaching better. But this is a marathon, and I believe we'll figure it out. Like, how hard is it to say something like that, Darvin? How hard is it? You bring this on yourself when you say stuff like this. He's not wrong from a perspective of this is a marathon. He is not wrong. But the way he starts the sentence completely butchered the way he intended to end the sentence. And that's on him. Absolutely on him. It's very easy to get your point across in a way that makes sense without driving people with torches to your house to burn down your neighborhood, man. Come on, bro. Get it together. D'Lo and Cam for Caruso, Carter, Drummond. Something like that. You know, D'Lo, Cam, they probably want like a Christie or something like that, or a JHS and a pick. So Cam, I don't think anyone in the world is tripping or trying to get Cam. But if you do D'Lo, JHS and a pick, then that's essentially 2 first-round picks because you just used the first-round pick on JHS. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people in the league that are still high on him. The Lakers are still high on him. They didn't have high hopes for him this season. They're not really, tripping on what he can do. He's been hurt most of the year, and he's not really getting any playing time. They haven't sent him down to the G League to get any work in. So I think people who are tripping on him are just tripping the trip, man. But so if maybe it's D'Lo, JHS, and a pick, I think that could potentially get that deal done. Add hates to that as well. Well, they'll add one of the minimum guys. At some point, you can't add any more because it doesn't count towards the money. And you may need another one of those minimum guys in another deal. So you can't just sign a bunch of minimum guys to use in a trade to bring up the money. It doesn't work that way. After a certain amount of what's going out and coming in, the limit of the impact on the minimum guy going out is a disadvantage to you, per the CBA. Bang. Find me a YouTube channel that knows that. I dare you. Should we move Seawood or keep him low-key? I'd start him, not going to lie. Keep him. I've never been big on starting him because I want AD to start games aggressively, and I wanted him to come off the bench. But at this point, I'll take anything. I'll take anything. Here's the thing with me. I think a lot of people that cover basketball will hold on to something for so long because they want to be right. I don't care. I would rather be wrong and the Lakers get it right. You know what I mean? I would rather be wrong and the Lakers get it right. I do not care. I do not care if I'm like, I want to be right. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to be out here purposely wrong. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong and it means the Lakers are better, let me be wrong 10 times out of 10. I don't care. There's no ego in this for me. So for me, I never wanted Christian Wood to start, but hell, if it works, do it. I'll do anything at this point. Anything at this point, other than start Cam Reddish. Yeah, make sure to support my man Low, LOE Lakers over everything. Appreciate you, Search. You go out and get AC. Ham brings him off the bench, and Cam still eats some of his minutes. I love that deal, but I'm very afraid of Ham continuing to misuse him. A third star, that's 35 plus minutes. Pros and cons to all of it, Low. A third star, usage rate down, touches rate down, shots down, money not down. I don't love that. And you're right about the thing with Ham, but I think that if I think it's getting to the point where if Rob goes out and fixes this for Darvin, I don't know how much control. I think you may see a Dodgers Dave Roberts situation here. I think Rob has done this before with Vogel and with Vogel and Luke Walton, where he made them start to show them lineups before the games, and he had to sign off on them. I could very well see Rob going back to something like that. Real talk, definitely could. I'm back. Welcome back. Yes, I'm still on. This is LA, not Sacramento. You need to win or we'll get called out. Facts. That's facts, Tina. Let's see. LeBron, here he goes. LeBron era sold to trade him now. This guy wants to trade Braun everywhere. I'm not saying Levine and his $40 million contract. I'm talking about Murray, Siakam, Grant, guys like that who still have value for us when Ham is gone and still is good with AD when LeBron is as well. Okay, yeah, okay. That I get. But those guys would be more expensive than Levine. Like Murray has a bigger market than people think, I believe. Siakam has probably a market that the Lakers can't touch. Grant has a bigger market than people think. So I'm just talking about realistic trade targets for a quote unquote third star guy. Levine is attainable for the Lakers, but they don't want him. These other guys, I think, are a little bit with the Lakers handcuffed with only one tradable draft pick. Two, they can only increase their salary by about $4.94 million on top of what they get back. And again, not a lot of the channels know that. So when it comes in, these trades that go out there, you have to understand the Lakers can't exceed a certain threshold. They couldn't go to the second apron if they wanted to. So they can't just shoot for the moon here. It has to be a mathematical equation and I know you know this, Lo. It has to be a mathematical equation that fits within the hard cap, within a trade that makes sense for them, that's doable. So some of these trades just mathematically aren't doable, and they don't have the assets to get it done. So if DeJounte Murray is available as we think he is, and you want to go get him, and you have one pick, and Philly says we'll give you two. Well, there you go. I don't think Atlanta is too interested in any of the players coming back. They want to recoup the picks they gave up for him. So, in their minds, even if they offer Austin Reeves, Rui, and a first round pick, Atlanta may still say, I don't want that. So other teams can offer things with picks that can exceed the picks that the Lakers can offer. So when you get with Murray and Siakam in particular, Grant may be gettable with one pick, maybe. But Siakam and Murray, I don't think are gettable with just one pick. That's just me. In my opinion, this is Ham's win, lose, or draw comment. Right statement, wrong phrasing. Yeah, I mean, what he said was right. His way he said it was wrong, and that's a pattern with Darvin Ham. He says stuff, and the way he says it brings it to a point where he creates the criticism for himself because he says stupid stuff, even though the whole thing that this is a marathon, we win some, we lose some type of thing, we got to figure this out is right. He just did the whole front end of that sentence incorrectly, and it totally takes away his message at the end. That's on him. Hey, Tamika, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. I hope whatever is wrong gets fixed soon. Hey, you know what? That might be the best thing anyone said all night. You're right. That's exactly what it is. Whatever is wrong, get it out of here. Get this witchcraft out of our locker room, man. Get it out of here. That's a great point. Great job, Tamika. Great job. I see trade will happen tomorrow for the Lakers, Jeff. Guarantee. You've been guaranteeing trades for like 3 weeks. None of them happened. Come on, man. You got to hit on one of them before I start trusting you here. Come on, Stanley. Hey, salute, DJ. My guy, DJ, a.k.a. 60 Cent from Lakers in 5, pausing his workout to come over here. Shoot everyone a salute here, man. So head on over to Lakers in 5. I'm sure they had some fun over there with this game tonight. Go to hit up DJ over there. Hit him a sub. You probably already have. But shout out to you, brother. Outside of these Laker games, man, I hope you had a good night. If you work tonight, drive safe, my brother. So many great comments in chat. Absolutely. Where we at here? That Dylan Brooks account, Jeff, he's flirting girls in Tyler's live. He's available. You too. We got the two. Oh man, we got the two. We got these like the what do you call them when they're the doppelgangers over here for Stanley and Dylan and other people's chats. LeBron made a comment to Austin Reeves that his son can play for the Lakers right now. He probably could, to be honest with you. He plays defense. LA Ball in 2408. What's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate the support. I don't even know if the season can be saved. Teams have figured us out. We don't play for each other and ending up with no home court advantage. If we make the playoffs, it's a tall task to ask for. That is a fact, absolute fact. Once again, y'all speaking truth tonight, man. OFC, I'm just prayerfully hoping prices come down to work in our favor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping so too. I'm just trying to, I'm not trying to be, when you walk into a negotiation or you walk in to buy something from someone, you see something that listen to like offer up eBay or something like that. And someone wants $500 for something. You're like, I'll give you 120. Like, come on, you got to negotiate in good faith here. Right. So it's going to be some of these things. The market will sort itself out, will work itself out, and we'll know very soon what the cost for these players are. But right now I feel, and I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, to be honest with you, I feel Murray and Siakam will be too pricey for us. I feel Grant is possible, but that's a really long-term deal. I think the Chicago ones, the Utah ones are possible. Some variation of a Brooklyn trade, possible. Those are the ones that I think can happen. And there'll be something that comes out of nowhere. Like the Mo Bamba one last year came out of nowhere. That Utah trade did not come out of nowhere. That did not. That was kind of known. They had been talking. They had talked all year. They talked before the season. They talked during the season. And it happened, before the trade deadline, a couple of days or the day before the trade deadline. That was a known discussion. That was not unknown. Just like the Chicago one is not unknown, right? But the Orlando trade for Bamba, that was kind of out there. Even the Washington deal was not unknown because we knew they were talking to him about Kuzma. And we knew that Washington was going to have to choose between Kuzma or Rui. And the Lakers were going to benefit from getting the one who was left out in the dark based off who Washington chose. Or Clutch works their magic for Clutch client and ATL. Yeah, but not what incentivizes ATL? That's a funny point though. But what incentivizes ATL to do that, right? They have all the leverage here. The guy signed long term. It's a favorable contract. He's a young two-way player. Like he's not a guy that like we have to get rid of him. That's not like where they're at. They're like we can afford to get rid of him now because it's not working, but we want value. We're not just liquidating here. We're trying to get value for our team, to moving forward. They're not liquidating. They're looking to they're open for business, but they're not open for liquidation. You a real one, G. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. I def do Caruso, Carter, Drummond at this point. Why not? It's legit everything we need. Would you keep Rui or move him just to move Gabe, D'Lo, Cam, and Jay? Just do it now. Yeah, like I said, that's the variation I've been saying. Like I haven't really heard anyone do that variation. I've heard like Caruso and Levine, Caruso and DeRozan. But I think we're solid if it's Caruso, Drummond, and Carter, to be honest with you. I really do. And that one isn't something that kills us long term. It's something that keeps flexibility, and I think it would be less expensive pick-wise. So that's just where I'm at with that. I'm just joking, Jeff, to make you happy. I know it's a depressing friend. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, tough loss tonight, man. But I'm not depressed. I'm disappointed. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. But I'm not depressed. I'm annoyed. Like I feel it sucks because going into content creation this year, I was really excited to cover this team. And it's tough to cover this team right now. So, but it's all in the game. It's all in the game. The good, the bad, the ugly. Dan's been doing this his entire life. It feels like, right? So he's covered some really rough stretches of Laker basketball. So it just so happens that my first full season of doing it, this is what this is the situation we're in, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue to cover it. I'm going to continue to bring content. I'm going to continue to try to be as level-headed as I can, even though I'm frustrated as hell, like everyone else is. But it is what it is. But depression, nah, I'm good. I'm annoyed, but now I'm never depressed, man. Never depressed. Lakers better need to sign me to a minimum 10-day contract. We got the 10-day contract crowd going wild today. I saw it out everywhere today. That's funny. Speaking of the GOAT, I was just talking about you, brother. What's going on, my guy? To the guy who put in like a 12-hour shift today, my brother over here, Dan, the Lakers fans. Salute, my brother. Long night indeed. Long night, man. You had your pregame, you had the whole game, you had your post game. Man, salute to you, man. That grind is impeccable. But yeah, man, it sucks wasting your voice on this shit, don't it? It really does, man. I was explaining earlier, Dan, like when it's so hard to cover these games. Like doing play by play, doing like what you're doing, like when we do the PSF games, when we do the lives, like this team has been just so underwhelming and frustrating and grueling to cover in a live situation. It's rough. It's really rough. So shout out to you for continuing to push through because it is not easy to get through it when you know the inevitable is coming. Like you know at some point, because I did. And during that game, I was like, I said it, man. I hope they have 2.5 good quarters left because I don't trust them anymore. And I know you like me. I know they reached a point in that game earlier than you let the crowd know when you're like, yeah, this isn't happening, right? Like I know it, like because I felt it. You know what I mean? I knew it was going to happen, and I hate having that feeling about this team. I don't trust them. The one thing I do know what to expect from them is for them to underperform, and it just gets really frustrating. Without a doubt. Hit the like button. Hey, appreciate you. Listen to the go here, man. Listen to the go here, man. Yeah, I hear you. I'm just desperate, man. Ham isn't leaving. I'm just looking for anything. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. And I still don't think he's leaving. But I hope I'm wrong. I don't hope I'm right. I hope I'm wrong because if I don't want to see 10 straight losses, you know what I mean? But I will change my mind and I will be completely open-minded. If we get like losing to the Clippers is one thing. If we lose by more than 30 and we hit our 5th straight loss, we lose 3 straight at home. Like I said, I'm going to be paying attention to the next 48 hours at that point. I'll be real about that. I'll be real about that because that's something that could really tilt the scale there. Really tilt the scale there. And got to wait and see how that plays out. But I'm not looking forward to that game. I'm not. It does not look like it's going to be fun at all. Hey, Gideon, salute, my brother. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Lakers need some more pieces. Oh, yeah, facts. They need a lot of pieces right now, man. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Great shout out Dan here. That's what's up. When Ham plays Cam and Vandal together, it makes it harder on the 3 other guys. They can't shoot. Yeah, and it's not, and the league has figured out what Cam is doing out there now. Cam, I will give Cam this. Cam came into the game to the league as an offensive guy. He kind of snuck up on people being stronger defensively this year, but once the league picked up that he was going to be kind of just, sneaking over on inbound passes, making one extra burst, one extra effort, the league adjusted to that, and now he's not effective anymore. So Cam should be done now. He should be done. We've seen enough. I was never that big of a Cam guy. I was happy for him. I really was. I was hoping to be wrong. I was happy for him. But again, in my heart of hearts, I've always said it was fool's gold. We're never going anywhere with him as our starting 2 guard. I've been saying that forever. Obviously, I'm not always right, obviously. But this one I was dead set on. I always have been. I wouldn't move Rui just to move him. I would try to get something out of Gabe, though. They would not move Rui just to move him. They like Rui. They value Rui. But they would move him if they felt it made the team better now and for the future. That's a fact. Gabe, the whole Gabe situation is just frustrating. It's the same result as Kendrick Nunn, but it's not the same situation. Kendrick Nunn, we were basically misinformed all season. They knew for a while he was going to be out more than likely the whole season, but they just kept saying like no update or a couple weeks they'll try to ramp up all this. But that type of bone bruise, if you look it up there, that's not uncommon to miss that amount of time for the level of bone bruise that he had. They just weren't very forthcoming and very truthful with his status. With Gabe, it really was if you could play it out, and if it doesn't swell up crazy, then you can make it through the season and not have to have surgery. So that was different. Then he went out there and then just swelled up, and you can take another month off and try to get out there and see if it swells up, or just have the surgery and be out 6 to 8 weeks. I think Gabe will be back in the 5 to 6 weeks range, but we'll see. But even after that, he's missed most of the season, right? So, but Gabe's situation, while the result feels the same, the situation actually is a bit different. What's up, my guy? Gabe legit gives here we go. I just talked about that. And I get it. Totally get it. Lakers miss Dennis. He had the ability to break down offenses and play defense. Yeah, I love Dennis, but a lot of people hated Dennis. A lot of people, You know what? Last year, like a lot of people were coming for Dennis, like they were coming for Darvin. I feel like everything that went wrong ended up being either Ham, Dennis, or AD's fault last year. And this year, it's basically all Ham. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are blaming like D'Lo, so it's like Ham and D'Lo, right? So it's I would love Dennis back, but I think Toronto will look to move him. But again, the Lakers, like, are they going to give up an asset to give back a guy they let walk? Like, if you could swap Gabe for Dennis now, because that's basically what you did in the offseason, then I'd be like, okay, let's talk about that. But I'm not giving anything of high value for Dennis. You know what I mean? I don't think that would make sense. LA Ballin says, depressing night, no doubt, but God and life is always still good. We got to keep our heads up, Laker familiar. That's right. That right there. Look, at the end of the day, look, I get extremely frustrated. And like I said, before I started covering the Lakers, I'll be borderline temperamental too. But I've mellowed out a lot in doing this. And like I said, in talking with you guys after games, I feel it's therapeutic to me. So I just try to pass that on, right? I'm going to try to stay level headed is what I'm going to try to do. But outside of that, like, bro, like I have a phenomenal life. You know what I mean? Like, I have a great life outside of watching the Lakers, covering the Lakers. I mean, like more than I deserve, man. I got an incredible life. I got an incredible wife. I got an incredible family. I've got an incredible career. Got great friends, long-term and new. I've got great business partners. I've got in multiple businesses. Like I've just got great blessings, right? So I'm not gonna let a Laker game take away all these other things I'm just killing and winning in life. You know what I'm saying? It bothers me to my core. I hate it, but at the same time, man, like I'm blessed. So I'm not about to just act like I don't appreciate the rest of those blessings because the Lakers got a loss. You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, the Lakers could kiss my ass tonight, though. But outside of that, we just got to weather the storm, y'all. We got to weather the storm. And like the good, the bad, the ugly. If we can be here for the best of times, we can be here for the worst of times. That's a true fan. That's a true purple and gold soldier. You be here through the worst of times and you celebrate the best of times with each other. And you shut out the outside noise of these trolls who come around when we're down and try to make up excuses for when we're up. And we only won because of this, and we only got this because of that. But when we don't have nothing, they're just on us. Like, that's a form. They hate us out of respect. So when they come for us and they go off and they do all this stuff, let them. They're miserable. The opposite of everything I just said about my life that I love, they're on the opposite side of that. People who are happy in life don't go looking and doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of Laker fans get worked up because of the BS that other people throw in our face when it happens, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We have owned this league for 50 years. Of course they're going to come for us when we're down. They should. They should. They're tired of us. Like I said, guys, I've said it. Their mommies, their daddies, their granddaddies. They've all watched us win. And now it's their turn. So when we're down in the gutter, they're going to come for us because they're going to try to kick us when we're down. But when we get up, we're going to step on them again. Trust. I promise you that. Laker fans be glazing Dennis like he Kobe. See, there it is. A lot of people don't like Dennis. It's just crazy to me. I don't understand it, man. Empire Jeff. I don't have an Empire Jeff TV shirt yet, big baby. I'm sorry. Maybe in the future, though. I don't have one yet, though. I predict Vando would be benched, especially depending on the moves we make. I don't think so, because I think one of the reasons why we're not playing great is because Vando isn't right. I think once Vando gets right, I think this team turns around, to be honest with you. It's a lot of pressure to put on one guy who doesn't affect this team offensively, but he affects this team so much defensively that I truly believe when he's right, we are better. I truly believe that. Truly do. Merch for Search. Facts. Darvin Ham for Steve Kerr. Yeah, both teams are unhappy with each other right now. I like Dennis, just not under Darvin. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Ham got a man crush on Diaz, which is not good. That's fair. LeBron say we suck right now. That's true, Jeff. That is true. He's right. He's not wrong. Sup, bro? You sound out Search here. The legend Search. Mr. Merch for Search. The slayer of all trolls. My own original thought is that I don't understand why people are upset by one game. This is a marathon. Oh man, I get you. I get you, Kurt. I get you, bro. If we can get Carter Caruso, no use for Gabe. Facts, facts. But I don't know if that will be in the same deal. You know what I mean? You got to try to flip that money for something else. And you could flip Gabe, like, because again, Gabe, teams will want him, especially if there's a contract that's making like a guy that's making like 20 a year and people aren't like in love with it. So it's now it all depends on what pick or what they could get. If they could get that Chicago deal done with a pick swap, and that's a stretch. I'm gonna that's a stretch. Depending what the market is out for these guys, that's a stretch. That would take some big time luck there. And you still had that other pick available with Gabe's money. That would be the best scenario for the Los Angeles Lakers. The best scenario. If you had that pick with Rui and Gabe's money, and you get that Chicago deal done without that 29 first, then you have Gabe, Rui, and that first pick. Things could get crazy at that point. Like I said, that's a stretch, and that would take a whole lot of luck for that to happen. I'm calm, Jeff. We've been through this before. I have high hopes. Let's left to our Lakers. Stay strong. Hold on, and let's get back on track. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you're right, Tina. You're right. No, he was remixing Darvin. He was just being funny, Tina. He was remixing Darvin's quote. It was like in a way in which he does. Yeah, Micah, we suck. We definitely suck right now. The Dennis things makes me laugh. He went from starter to backup on the Raptors due to spacing. Still appreciate what that quirky little German does. He is a quirky little German. He is a quirky little German. For real. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was just making fun of the he was just making fun of the Darvin quote. But yeah, on that note, man, I've been here almost 2 hours. Didn't mean to be on this long, but I felt like I needed to be a calming voice tonight. You know what I mean? For myself included. Talking these things out, keep me from throwing tantrums. So appreciate you guys for pulling up. You guys can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I absolutely appreciate that. And tough L tonight. But like I said, we did get up to 833 subs tonight. So appreciate you guys for that. We got 54 likes in the building. So appreciate you guys for that. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video on your way out. Make sure to sub if you haven't done so already. Turn on those notification bells. Go ahead and become a member. We got 3 levels. Go ahead and join the team for some member-only videos and some giveaways coming up soon. Leave a comment in the comment section. And once again, like I said, you guys could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. I hate that the Lakers let us down on a Friday night, but I hope you guys have a great Saturday, safe Saturday. God bless these Lakers on Sunday. They're going to need it. And one game at a time, y'all. I know it's frustrating. I know it's annoying. I know it hurts. I know it's depressing. One game at a time. We're in this together. We still bleed purple and gold. Trust we're going to figure it out. We'll get through it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. And wait, you're not giving away a hoodie? That's fine. Not tonight, but soon. I got some giveaways coming on my channel soon. Very, very soon, actually. So some giveaways are coming very, very soon. So he's doing this stuff. Remember, that wasn't in my chat yesterday. That was in Dan. So it wouldn't even have worked in here. Good try, though, Kurt. But appreciate you guys. Stay safe. Have a good, great, blessed rest of your night and weekend. I will catch you guys on here tomorrow. Have a good one. Go Lakers.